We are glad you're here for this very special occasion, and what a treat it is for Belhaven University to be the first stop on the nationwide tour of the Bomgar 10-year anniversary. And we are thrilled to have the team here today and thrilled to have those who have been so important to Belhaven come back to where it all started. And for those of you who don't know, it is right here where the Bomgar vision began and where the company began. I was thinking this morning that when I was in college, I cleaned the science building at my school in order to help pay for school. And some of you work fast food in order to do that, or you've cleaned houses or mowed lawns. Joel Bomgar decided to start a multi-million-dollar company to put himself through school, and it worked out pretty well. And so today we're celebrating 10 years of this remarkable story of what they have done and who they are, and the wonderful part that they have been in their company to take really the spirit of what we want in education out into the marketplace and put it into reality. And when I look at their vision statement, I'm just kind of amazed at what they say right up front as a corporation. Their corporate vision statement is to honor God by applying biblical principles in relation to employees, customers, and financial dealings. And not only do they say it, but they mean it. And they've lived it, and they've lived it consistently for 10 years. God has honored that, and their company has grown, and they're having marvelous influence. Well, you need to know, if you don't, that then Joel will tell you the story in a minute, but Joel started this company right here at Belhaven University in the computer center right in this building. And he, along with Nathan McNeil, a philosophy major, Joel was a business major, Nathan McNeil, a philosophy major, and Patrick Norman, a computer science major, the three of them, friends, began this thing as a dream. Many people have dreams, but their dreams never become reality because they don't have the courage to step out on those dreams. And these guys had the courage and have done it. And Joel, we are so incredibly proud of you. I've got a little something with your picture on it that's going to go in that computer center, because I want every student who comes to Belhaven forever to know 10th anniversary celebration, and it says 6 consecutive years recognized as one of the fastest growing companies in North America, 7,500 corporate clients in 65 countries, $50 million annual revenue. Bomgars are privately held with offices in Jackson, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., Paris, London, and I understand now Singapore. And then it says it all started right here in this computer lab. Joel Bomgar, 2003 Belhaven University graduate, and also the youngest member ever elected to our Board of Trustees. And we're thrilled to serve with Joel in leadership of the institution. So Joel, we congratulate you on this great day, and we look forward to the next 10, 20, and 30 years where it goes.
Appreciate it. Real quick, I wanted to tell the story of Bomgar, because it's a story that did start right here, and it's a story of what's possible if you do pursue your dreams and never give up. Allow the passion to drive you every day to what you do. So my background is I've always been a techie. I've loved computers and technology. And while I was at Belhaven, I did computer tech support for people to put myself through college. So I worked for a company. I would get dispatched. I'd fix problems people were having. I'd set up computer networks and servers. And the frustration I had, which I was driving a 1979 Buick LeSabre at the time, drove it until a couple years back, and I had to jump in that car every time someone had a computer problem. And I thought, there must be a better way. There must be a way where I can sit at my desk or sit in my room or sit in the computer lab and fix problems over the internet. If I could just see their computer screen, if I could just move their mouse, if I could just type on their keyboard from miles or thousands of miles away, my life would be so much easier. So I dedicated a big chunk of my senior year to developing a software product that would allow me to do that, never intending to actually sell the product, but just intending to use it for myself, to solve a problem that I had. So shortly after I graduated in May of 2003, I thought, there's got to be a market for this. I was still, doing stuff here, doing stuff there. And while I was in the computer lab one day, while I was still at Belhaven, I had made a brochure for this piece of technology. Just a one-page, simple brochure made in the computer lab in that building right beside us. And I thought, you know what, if I ever try to sell this thing, now I've got a brochure that talks about the value. So I had this brochure and I thought, I'm going to turn it into a website. Maybe if I put this out on the internet, maybe people will come to me and realize I've built something that can make their life easier just like it made my life easier. So I published that one-page brochure designed in the Belhaven Computer Lab in Microsoft Word. I published it up on the internet and I started advertising on Google, those little sponsored links along the side. And I'd just gotten married in the middle of my junior year to a girl I met, and my wife now, Rachel. We met as freshmen. So we just gotten married in the middle of our junior year. We didn't have a lot of money, so I set a $20 a day limit. I said, that's about all I can afford for advertising is $20 a day. Well, the fourth day, someone calls me and said, I've been waiting for somebody to do what you did. I've been waiting for years for somebody to solve this problem. I've never had the time to do it myself. It sounds like you've solved the problem in exactly the way I want. And if, I'll give you my credit card number for $500. You can run my credit card number for $500. So I scribbled the credit card number down on my yellow pad, and I went and ran it through the credit card machines, and $500 in revenue was created, and one guy somewhere on planet Earth was happier. Over the next 2.5 months, 50 more people called me, and I had sold $25,000 of this software in 2.5 months, from graduating in May to just a couple months later. That was enough to hire Nathan McNeil and Patrick Norman, and the three of us decided we were going to try to take this fledgling little piece of software and turn it into something big and something great. By the end of the year, we had over 100,000 revenue between the three of us. Starting in May, we had 100,000. The next year, we did over $1 million in revenue. We hired employees. We received outside capital from Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Les Brown, Joey Strobel, thank you for their investment to provide the capital to get Bomgar started. They put a total of $20 million of capital into the company back in the mid-2000s to enable us to grow. That enabled us to grow from that initial revenue up to just shy of $50 million in annual revenue. This year we'll cross $50 million in annual revenue of our software, sold to more than 7,500 organizations in 65 countries worldwide. We now have employees on 4 continents, 6 countries, 12 U.S. states, the majority still right here in our headquarters in Madison County. So thank you to Belhaven for providing the education, the connections, and the infrastructure to make all that possible. Thank you to our investors. Thank you to Nathan and Patrick. Thank you to our wives and families who put up with a lot of long hours in those early days. And thank you to everybody else, all nearly 225 employees now that make Bomgar possible every day. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for making it possible. And no better place to celebrate all this than right here on Belhaven's campus where it all started. So with that, thank you. With that, I'll turn it over to the leader of our great state, Governor Phil Bryant. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. That's what a great day to be here. Some of you may have realized lately that there's been some lists put out about Mississippi. And we, on that list, as far as entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial success in Mississippi, ranked number 5 in the nation. Now, I want to tell you, if we had a football team ranked number 5, we'd all have bumper stickers. We'd all have lapel pins. Whatever team it was, we'd say, look, we're number 5 in the nation. We're going to be number 1 soon. All we got to do is beat those other 4 guys. Well, this guy right here is number 1. He is one of the best entrepreneurs in America. And now, Bomgar Across the Nation will show over 25 different cities and hundreds of universities what Joel has been able to do here at this great university. This small university, Belhaven University. And Dr. Parrott and his team has done remarkable things, not only allowing a young entrepreneur like Joel to take the opportunity and to have the time and the resources and more than his own talent to achieve greatness, but they're reaching out across the world. It is always amazing to me when Dr. Parrott brings leaders from around the world to my office, from South Korea and other areas, and he talks about the outreach that he has. The new nursing school, I hope I can say that. Can I say it? The new nursing school that will help again grow our healthcare industry is an economic driver in Mississippi right here. But Joel not only has been one of the entrepreneurs that Mississippi will be forever grateful for, this young man has helped change the IT world. And believe me, as someone who struggles with that, to have the idea and the concept of being in a dorm room and developing this software. I think when I started college, I was working at Big Ten Tire Company. So there is some difference. I was either thinking about changing tires or creating software for the global economy. I just couldn't make my mind up. Joel did. And again, to see this young man and the level of success, but not only has he been successful with his product in the private sector, he has been successful in helping change the educational world here in Mississippi. Last year, we had the most progressive and aggressive educational agenda in Mississippi's modern history. And Joel was there. He was there at the governor's mansion telling me how he and his organization were helping bring forward that dream, and that how they were going to work with us in the boardrooms and in the meeting rooms to make sure that the children of the state of Mississippi had an education, particularly in charter schools, to be able to move forward so that we could have future Joel Bomgars. Now he's traveling across America. Now, I love this bright orange bus, and I just can't wait to see it pull up in New York and Charlotte, I'm sure, and then back to California, all across America. Now, this is the beginning of something very special that this young man started years ago in a dorm room with a dream and a desire to do something great. And I hope every child in Mississippi will have an opportunity to hear about this story, to meet Joel Bomgar. Not somebody from New York or somebody from Los Angeles, but somebody right here in Jackson, Mississippi, that has helped change the world. And Joel, I want to thank you for what you've done for bringing jobs to Mississippi. But more than that, I believe that you have been able to demonstrate to the world that we here in Mississippi can do remarkable things, and that will have an effect for generations to come. Thank you. Be careful and have fun across America.
You all enjoy cake. We got plenty of cake and goodies and handouts, so feel free to stick around. The bus will be open if you want to see the inside of it and anything you want to do. So feel free to stick around, enjoy, and celebrate Bomgar's 10th anniversary. Thank you all so much.